Welcome to Pack 2 Pure Nebraska. Here on the program, we like to put the spotlight on the Alliance for the Future of Agriculture in Nebraska.
The #1 focus of AFAN is to expand the livestock industry in Nebraska. There's actually a company that partners with local producers to help them get involved in raising livestock. So joining us now is Alan Stevens. He is from the Maschhoffs, and thank you for being here today.
My pleasure.
Yeah, good morning, Alan.
So Alan, what does your company do?
Well, our company produces pigs. We're one of the larger producers in the United States and produce pigs and sell them to packers around the Midwest to be able to help them meet their demand for pork products throughout the world.
This is really interesting in that you partner with local families here in Nebraska. Is that kind of what happens? You find people who have the land, maybe they're in farming, but looking maybe to diversify.
That's correct, yes. A big part of our program is taking advantage of what local farmers can bring to the table and in the partnership that we would form with them, including the land that could take advantage of the manure, the fertilizer value of the manure that would be produced, the day-to-day management capabilities, and people who maybe have a next generation child who would like to get back into the farming operation, but there's just not quite enough revenue to make that work. So this can add to that and make it work for everybody.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so you help a lot of young people maybe go back to the farm.
We do, absolutely.
Okay.
Now,
Go ahead.
let's talk about like if you and I wanted to get involved in livestock.
Yeah, because I'm from the farm originally.
Yeah.
But if we wanted to go back into it, how would that work?
How would that work?
Well, we would talk about what assets you have as far as the land base to be able to utilize the manure. That's a pretty important factor relative to getting it permitted through the Nebraska Department of Environmental Quality. And then Maschhoffs would work with you throughout the whole process to get the site built, to get everything ready for pigs to be placed in your farm. Then we would sign a long-term 12-year contract to guarantee that you would have a steady revenue stream available to you for the 12-year period that would take to pay the barn off. And then after that point, you own it free and clear, and we would hope to continue to work with you beyond that for as much as 30 or 35 years with this facility.
That's interesting. And so do you guys provide, again, the building, or you help provide that and even the grain and all of that as well?
Yeah, the way the contract works is that the site owner would provide the building, and even though we would help with the whole process, and then we would own the pigs, we would provide the feed, and the farmer would provide the day-to-day management, and any of the operating expenses would be covered by him. And in return for that, he would receive the revenue as well as value of the manure and some incentives that we include in the overall package. So.
Yeah, I was wondering financially how that would work.
Yeah, it works out well. Again, for a basic 2,400 head barn that is kind of our smaller size, but a good size to meet the needs for most farmers. They can end up with a decent net income to labor at the end of the day that really helps, like I said, justify bringing another generation back into the farm.
You know, I know there's a lot of Nebraskans who really want to bring young people back to the farm, and we mentioned this earlier, but this does seem like a way that if you have maybe a crop operation, but maybe not enough revenue stream to have another son or daughter involved, this is a way to kind of get them back on the farm.
Yeah, of the dozen or so new sites that we've worked with production partners with in the last year, about half or more have involved that very situation where they're making plans for their children, son or daughter, to come back and be able to have a future in the family farming operation.
Yeah.
And make
very
it work.
cool.
And utilize the land they have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Alan,
All right.
thank you for
Okay,
coming in.
thank
Yeah,
you.
we appreciate it.
Thank you, Alan, for explaining that to us. All right. Well,